Hey, tomorrow night is the third Saturday in October with Alabama hosting Tennessee. Part of the tradition in this rivalry has been the Alabama side smoking victory cigars if the Tide wins. But have you ever wondered when and how that tradition started? Joining us now by Zoom from Tuscaloosa is longtime sports writer, columnist covering Bama athletics, Kirk McNair, who's now the lead research writer for the Paul W. Bryant Museum. Kirk, always good to have you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Mike.
All right, for those who don't know, how did this tradition of the winners smoking the victory cigars start?
Well, one of the nice things about working for the Bryant Museum is research opportunities, and I found out a surprising start to that tradition was in another very famous game, 1935, when Alabama went up to Knoxville, and Paul Bryant was on the travel squad, but not expected to play because he had a broken leg. But of course, he did play. Alabama won, I think, 25-0, and in the dressing room, Hank Crisp, the longtime line coach at Alabama, who only had one hand, and he gave player Paul Bryant, Bear Bryant, known as he was known only by Bear then, gave him a cigar, and with some difficulty with his only one hand, struck a match and lit it for him. And so that was the first time.
Right.
But and Coach Bryant took that tradition with him when he was head coach at Kentucky and Texas A&M for big games there.
Okay.
And then when he came to Alabama, he first gave them out in 1959 when Alabama, still in the rebuilding process, tied a very good Tennessee team. And then in 1951, with Alabama defeating Tennessee in a national championship season, that started the regular occurrence.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that little tidbit as well. But, you know, the question, as you know, Kirk, that always gets asked is, how do teams get around NCAA and SEC rules against smoking cigars in locker rooms based on the rule against tobacco use?
Right. Every year that Alabama beats Tennessee, they self-report the violation. It's a very minor violation.
It's a secondary violation, so folks are clear on that. Now, Kirk, I know it's not your beat every day anymore, but just based on what you've been able to follow, how do you see this matchup Saturday night? Will Alabama or Tennessee be smoking victory cigars?
It's an interesting comparison. Tennessee very good on offense, not too good on defense except for sacks. Alabama sort of in the middle, pretty good on both. Jam Miller being back, he's been listed now as probable, I think is a big advantage for Alabama. You know, Mike, I always think Alabama's going to win, and I'm almost always right. So I'm predicting Alabama win.
Well, Kirk, we'll let you enjoy that as well. But, man, what a great history lesson for us this morning on the history behind the victory cigars. Kirk McNair, now the research writer at the Bryant Museum. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Mike.
Right.
You know that.
And if y'all follow the Bryant Museum's webpage, you'll be able to follow a lot of Kirk's work, by the way. All right, still ahead now.